come and say something. I wanna hear your voice.
All the eyes on me, all the eyes are all on me. All the eyes on me, all the eyes are all on me. All the eyes on me, all the eyes are all on me. All the eyes on me, all the eyes are all on me.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, the Mr. Fox, back in the house, and today is different. There's no chapter, so that means there's no review, there's no reaction. You know, Uru-sensei last week said, she wasn't feeling well, her back, and yeah, her back was killing her. And if you follow her on Twitter, you know why. She just sits at like a fold-out chair, and she has her laptop on like a little counter, what looked like to be a kitchen area, and all that. So it's cool and all. So she, so we'll see her next. But next week she said she'll be back. Hopefully, she'll be feeling a lot better. She needs her rest and all that. But so yeah, so today, if you follow me on the Unordinary Amino, I was talking about doing a discussion about what's next. Considering all the stuff we have now, because last week's chapter at the end, Arlo was calling Elaine, and before that, Remy, Blake, and Eason all came in. They had just got back from their fight with Vulcan. Remy is torn to shreds. Blake and Eason are freaking out. Eason more than anyone. It's understandable. He just saw what they all saw, someone get killed right in front of them, and the person that did it tried to kill them with no hesitation. And not only tried to kill them, she pretty much almost succeeded. I mean, she was very adept at using whatever ability or abilities that she has. I'm going with 2, because first off, she made claws, and then she set them ablaze. So she walking around here like the Incredible Torch out here, except stabbing people, and you can't flame all the way up through your entire body and all that. So I thought, but the fights and all that were dope and everything. I was really on the edge of my seat. I thought Remy was gonna die. It would have been a plot twist that she died. But then again, I don't know. Actually, it would have been a plot twist if she died, but I don't know how the story would move forward from there. What would be like the repercussions of her being dead? Like, if she died, someone had to live. It couldn't be all 3 of them died. Then it would just be like another report in the news. Arlo and Serafina and Elaine would all, well, I don't know if Serafina would be upset, but she would definitely be shocked. Elaine and Arlo would definitely be like upset. I don't know. It might have motivated them to, they would have tried to figure out what were they doing to get themselves killed. But I don't think Arlo would have. I don't think Arlo would try to pursue Ember and think. Because Arlo's whole thing is the hierarchy. That's pretty much like the only thing he cares about. Well, I mean, because that's just the way. That's the way their society has groomed them. High tiers on top. Everyone else below that, you do what I tell you, and we have a good day. Or I have a good day, and I try not to make yours a living nightmare for the day. But that's just how it is. Suckish, but it is. But so yeah, like I was saying, now that moving forward, now that even though Remy, she found Ember, she got away. They're not gonna let this slide. And they let Vulcan get away too, even though there was really nothing they could have done. She was just, even with 3 holes in, one in her hand, one in her shoulder, and one in her leg, she was still quick. She was still good enough to get away. Granted, Blake was far away on the building, but still. I don't know some people that got 3 holes in them like that. It's gonna move as quick as she did. She got out of Dodge like ASAP. So moving forward, she's gonna report this. Either one or 2 things I feel is gonna happen when she reports this. They're gonna be like, okay, get some rest. We're gonna go find who did this to you. Make sure we silence them, because we can't have them know your face and all that. It's gonna ruin operations, obviously. Or they'll do the first part. They'll be like, or they'll do okay, tell me who it is. We'll find them, and then you go get some rest, which really means we're gonna X you off because you failed. Now we don't know the inner workings of Ember. This is besides the people that tried to take Serafina, after they injected her, we didn't even really see their faces. They were kind of like, I think they were grayed out and all that. But I mean, we don't. Vulcan is the first person to kind of really be confirmed with Ember. Like we have like an actual like face and well, not a name, but like an alias. I highly doubt Vulcan is her real name. Pretty sure Vulcan is just code name for Flame Hands, whatever. But you know, I feel that moving forward, Remy and them are not gonna be able to go to school. Definitely let alone be out in the city. I mean, for the most part, it seems like most of the kids at Wilson don't really. I mean, like on the weekends they go out and they do like teenager things. You know, obviously with Seraphine and John, they went to the mall. You know, got some cell phones and some clothes. John got the executioner mask for when he becomes Tuesday. I think we're gonna change his name to the Punisher actually let's call him the Executioner. I mean, he ain't killing people, but your boy gets real close. He get real close. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, Ember's not gonna take this lying down. They're not. Remy and them are gonna have to watch their backs more. Actually, I guess you kind of have to watch your back when you're living in this world, when you're a high tier, so to speak, because you know people are always trying to usurp your position, especially with Remy and Blake. They're royals. I keep forgetting that Easton is not. He's just a really good friend, but his ability is not weak. It's a pretty good ability. Definitely has some very good applications about it. Remy especially. Remy's the queen, so I mean she's only one rank below Arlo. Arlo's ability is OP. Well, no, take that back. I mean, it's strong. It's really, really strong. It's just one of those abilities. You know, if you learn how to use it right, then you know you're pretty much unstoppable. So, I think when we pick back up next week, we're gonna cut to Seraphina and John, or we're probably gonna cut to Arlo calling Elaine, and she's probably not. I'm gonna bank she's not gonna pick up the phone because she's gonna feel conflicted because she's not gonna know what to do. Even though Blake didn't tell her not to say anything, but I mean it's kind of implied because you know if rumors go around that one of your top players is injured, it's gonna start. You know the hierarchy is gonna fall. People are gonna start getting out of line, and also the other schools are gonna try and muscle in on your territory. They're like, oh, they're weak. This is the perfect opportunity. And it's like, yeah, Arlo is strong, but no, Arlo could take probably 3 people at once, but it'd probably be a struggle. I don't know. I don't think we know. We know of one other school. I can't think of it. It's been so long since they were even mentioned. But I don't know. We don't know. I don't think we know exactly how many schools are in the immediate area for them to compete with Wellston, even because we know Wellston is the top. This is at the very top, and then everyone else is at the bottom. They're the toughest school around. You got Arlo with his shield ability. Then you got Remy with the lightning. And before Remy got subbed in, you had Seraphina with the time powers, and then you got Blake with his laser, which also gonna be turned into a sniper. We found out, after the last chapter. So the school they're stacked. They're pretty good. So we're probably gonna cut back to Arlo and calling Elaine, and she'll probably pick up what he's possibly doing. He might just be in this room trying to figure out what's going on, or he might see something on the news. Actually, that just popped in my head now. So we know Remy and them got in a fight with Ember. Vulcan may have gotten away, but she might not have gotten away. She might have gotten away from them, but someone else might have rolled up on her, or the news team might have been around, because before the fight with Vulcan, Remy as X-Ray was causing a ruckus with Elena, the woman that Vulcan killed with the 5 fingers of death. So some authorities or a news crew might have caught wind of that, and then the fight with Vulcan happened, and they didn't expressly state anything, so I'm just throwing up ideas. But if we don't cut to Arlo next week, then we're probably gonna cut to John, because I want to see who's next in line to get the beat down from John while he's wearing the mask. Now that he's not wearing now he's not wearing a paper sack of someone's old lunch on his head. He has a proper mask. You know, who's next? And also, I'm really wondering when is Serafina going to get into a conflict? Because, you know, I highly doubt Ura Sensei is going to have Serafina train, you know, as much as she's been doing lately, and she not get into like a little altercation. She's going to get into altercation with a mid tier, and you know, her training is probably going to be it's going to be fruitful. She used to be adept at hand-to-hand combat, but then once her ability sprang up, they focused more on that, so that kind of went away, which I feel she shouldn't have never let up on it. But I get it, because with her ability, I mean, you can rewind any so let me know if I'm wrong. Her ability was pretty much like time manipulation, right? Because she can rewind time and all that. I'm gonna put it up. I'm gonna go on the wiki to make sure that I'm right about these things. But you know, I really want to see what John is gonna do with that mask. I mean, he's already beaten down 2 people. He beat down Zeke, because Zeke is a douche, but also he beat the mess out of Serafina along with him. And then the whole reason everyone even found out was because of green-haired Chun-Li and Cecile. You know, Cecile was the mastermind, but you know, Junie Chun-Li was the one was the one who acquired the information. You know, per her orders, but still. So I'm wondering who else can John go after? But I mean, if nobody goes after Serafina, then I mean it's good. You know, the mask never has to be brought out. But you know, for the second someone tries to pull any funny business, the mask, you're gonna don the mask and open a can of justice on someone's face all over again. But I know I'm probably repeating the same stuff over, but I'm not used to doing discussions. And that's why I want to do this one this time. I want to get used to doing more of them. So bear with me on this. So also, actually, now I'm thinking about it, I'm also curious what Eason is gonna do, because Eason expressly stated that he's done with helping Remy do this whole vigilante thing, which is understandable. I mean, you see someone get killed, you have every right to just want to leave and all that. But my thing is he going to report to Arlo? Because I mean, technically, well, I mean, no, yeah, he's the head of the school newspaper now. But I mean, that's probably not something you should put in the paper. But I mean, he still technically reports directly to Arlo, because that's the whole reason he put him in charge, because Cecile wasn't following his orders. And so he fired her. And I'm also, actually, now I'm thinking about it, I'm wondering what Easton is going to do. I wonder if Cecile is going to now come back in contact. Because, when Arlo fired her, to me, personally, she looked like she gave off a look like, you may have fired me and I may not be able to step foot back in this room. But even with all that being said, I still run this piece. All the information is still going to come to me. I'll let you have some whatever I let you have, but all the real juicy stuff, I'm gonna report that, somewhere else or something. But I don't think it would matter outside the school unless it's like some stuff that might break the law, like the whole vigilante thing. That would be newsworthy, especially coming from Wellston, the top school in their area. So yeah, it's a toss up. Eason very well might be the one. I feel like Elaine's probably not gonna say anything. Eason, and then if that happens, then I feel like Eason is gonna be the one to either he's gonna come tell Arlo about it face to face, or he's gonna call him on the phone and be like, "Hey, look, this has been going on with me, Remy, and Blake. Things are getting out of control. We almost died. Remy, especially, she's held up in her room right now." She's doing better because of Elaine's healing ability, but I mean, like for real, we seriously almost got killed tonight. and Remy doesn't want to stop even afterwards. And I feel like if she's gonna get herself killed, or worse, she's gonna get herself plus us, or maybe even some more, and maybe some other students killed too. Because Ember, we don't know Ember's deal. All we know is that Ember is Ember is killing high tiers. That's what they're doing. But more specifically, they're killing like the vigilantes. But all the vigilantes that have pop up, have tried to make a name for themselves, like Remy's trying to do now with her name, X-Ray, which is just an homage to her brother who became a vigilante after he graduated. His name was Ecstatic. He was a high tier. He was the former king of the school before he left. They killed him. And if they got people like Vulcan, I can see how you would think someone that got lightning abilities would be pretty tough to kill. I mean, Remy put up a good fight, but I mean, she still got wrecked like pretty easily. I mean, she was bad, dude. It was really bad. I thought she was out. But so Issa might be, and he's well within his right. I mean, he's scared. He doesn't want to see his friends get hurt. Like he said, I just want to go back to running the newspaper, being normal high schoolers. Doing the turf wars. Not go out and be a vigilante, fool with all these dangerous people and almost get killed after I just saw someone get killed right in front of my eyes for the first time. It's not cool, man. I didn't sign up for this. And Blake pretty much feels the same way, but he's just really trying to help Remy out. Like he said, I get it. He's like, I get it, man. You lost your brother. You loved him. But I mean, this well, he didn't say it, but he's pretty much like, this gotta stop. And he's like, I've had it. He's like, that's enough for tonight. I'll holler at you about it in the morning. I'm pretty sure he's gonna try and convince her to stop. Remy's not gonna listen. Now, this might entail her going to Arlo to get some help, which that's like talking to a brick wall. He's gonna say no. And she might tell Serafina, but also that's like talking to a brick wall, mainly for the fact that Serafina probably wouldn't really care, even if she still had her powers, but that's not the case. Now she doesn't have powers, so she can't do anything to begin with. Now, what might happen is she might go to Serafina or Elaine, and she'd have to go to Serafina, because that's the only way I think John would be able to find out, unless he overheard Arlo and them talking or something. So yeah, she might tell Serafina. Serafina's probably gonna be like, bring it up to John, and be like, he's like, she probably like, don't tell nobody, but Remy is going out doing vigilante work and all that. And I find that like crazy, but interesting. And and then she'll probably like, that's probably why your dad's book was banned, because it's what the people said it does to people is happening. It inspires high tiers to try and go out and help people. And you got this serial killer group out there Xing off every high tier they can get their hands on off. And honestly, to me, I think Ember is just like a part of the government. I think it's just an excuse by the government to kill off vigilantes and keep the status quo. Because I noticed that is like a thing. You remember when they caught Serafina with John's father's book? They suspended her for 3 months, and they were talking about sending her to a camp. And and that's what happened to John before he came to Wellston. They're all about keeping the hierarchy, where it means you listen. That's pretty much what it is. If you don't listen, we're going to reform you, and if we can't reform you, then heck, why not? We'll start up a strike, a whole special team. We'll call them something, make it seem like it's a serial killer group killing off high tiers. When in reality, it's just, if we can't control you, you're out. And at the time, John couldn't be controlled. He was too strong. He's still too strong now, but they managed to reform him somehow. Took 3 months, but he reformed. That's the whole thing with the hair gel now. He's changing his look. He's trying to look crippled. I don't know. Now I don't know if they told him to act like a cripple or if that just stemmed from him on its own. But I don't know. So I mean, that's, so you know, I mean, everything is moving along. The plot's moving along really quickly, really well paced. Well, there are some things I wish that would be sped up, like what I would like to know what Ember's true motive is. That I would like to, you know, see that, you know, ready. But I mean, so you know, that's how I feel. You know, I'm going to do more discussion videos. I know this one's long-winded. I know majority of my videos are long-winded, but you know, I'm trying to make them shorter. But you know, do all the stuff that I normally tell you to do. You know, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and on Twitch. Follow me on my Aminos. I am on the Unordinary Amino, and I'm on the Anime Amino. So, you know, follow those. All the links and stuff will be in the description. Great news. I have my lovely fiance bought me a brand new capture card. It's the one I've been wanting. It's the HD60 Pro, the one that goes into my PC, so I don't have to have an ugly power cable out, just making everything look terrible. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed these videos. There will be more discussions. Hopefully not this long, but you know, when I get to talking, I just talk until I feel like not talking. But I hope you have a wonderful night. And with that being said, it's your boy Fox.